Okay, it's recording now, okay? Okay, hi John, how are you?
Thanks, how are you?
Good, thank you. So for today's session, I obviously have your program plan that I've emailed over to yourself as well. Have you had a chance to have a quick look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know quite a few of the movements. I'll obviously go through everything because a lot of them will be new to you. So yeah, we'll go through all of them today. I'll do some demonstrations. I can always send some notes through as well after if you want any notes writing so you remember how to do the movements correctly. And yeah, make sure you've got everything ready and set up. So before we start, I just want to make sure that your area is nice and clear and you're all ready to go. It looks like the lighting's really good today. And I can see your resistant band set up and all great that you've got that mat as well. So first we'll be going through the warm-up and then we'll be doing all the band-based strength exercises, a little bit of a balance block, and then a cool down and stretch. Okay? So this session should support your goals of improving your strength, cardiovascular health and balance and starting that weight management. And it's also all safe with your hypertension going against the guidelines that your doctor's clearance went through. But if you do need a break at any time or any modifications, please just let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
So just before we start, so I can make, because of the technology, I just want to make sure you can hear me very clearly.
Yes, I can.
Yep, and can you just stand back near your resistance band just to make sure you can see your whole body? Perfect. I can see everything in that frame now, just for when we're doing the exercises. And has anything changed with your workout space or any new hazards, like any pets around or anything like that?
No.
No,
Nothing.
perfect. And can you also just double check your resistant band hasn't got any tears? Is it quite new or?
It's fairly new, yeah.
Perfect. Great. So first what I'll do is we'll go through the warm-up and then I'll demonstrate each exercise as we're going through it. And then we'll get into the rounds because it's not do them as fast as you can. It's more about the quality of the reps rather than how fast you can get through it. So I'll demonstrate them all thoroughly the first round through, and then I'll keep giving you tips throughout the rest of the rounds. Does that sound okay? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so for our first one, just for the warm-up, we're just going to be marching on the spot. So I will just set my camera up ready for you. At the back. There we are. So I literally just want you to, oh, went too far up the screen. Literally just want you to be marching on the spot for about we do 1 minute each of this and we'll do 2 rounds, okay?
Yeah.
Off you go when you're ready. Perfect. So we're just going to start slightly raising that heart rate. We're doing this one. Great work. Well done, you keep going. I'm just putting the timer on you. And that feels all good, that movement?
Sorry?
That feels all good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, nearly finished. 10 more seconds. Excellent. You can stop there, John. So we're going to go into something called banded pull aparts. So you can use your band. I think you had a red band down there last time as well. Do you still have that red band?
No. Please.
No, you're going to have to use your resistance band instead then.
Which one then?
No, the long one attached to the squat rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just undo that one. And then what we're going to do is you just need one, so just hold a single length of the band. So not, you see how you've doubled it up there? Yeah, that's the one. And then just as much tension or as little as feels good, and you're literally going to pull it apart. Yeah, so you're going to do about 10 of them, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's about a minute, so take your time. So you're doing that too quickly. So I just want you to slow it down and just pull and then back in. So really feeling it in your shoulders to warm your shoulders up. That's it. Perfect. And if we just do these for about a minute or until those shoulders are feeling warmer. But that's much better form. Yeah, keeping your arms nice and straight and literally pulling apart. Yeah. If it starts to fatigue too much, you can have a break. That's not a problem. Okay, 10 more seconds of them. Excellent. And now our final one that we're going to do is called a banded shoulder row. So do you want to attach the band back around? So yeah, just loop it around, thread it through and pull. Perfect, yeah, up at shoulder height. That's perfect. So just pretend my band is attached behind me. Yeah, and then what you're going to do with the end of the band is literally, I'll do it from the side. So shoulder and roll it around. So this is behind me and you're going to roll your shoulder around. Does that make sense? Yes. If it's too tight, yeah, go a bit closer to the rig.
Yes.
If you want to get a little bit further, closer to the rig, so closer to your equipment, nice straight back and rolling your arm forward. Yeah, that's much better. Perfect. So we're going to do 10 each side for about 30 seconds of them. Last 5. And then if you can repeat that on the other side as well. Are you having trouble on that side? John, are you struggling more with that side?
Not really, it's more, I think I'm still a bit too close.
Okay, if you want, you can adjust it so you can stand in a different direction because the resistance band will move. So you can stand to the other side of your rig, like on a sideways motion, and then pull it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, but you're not actually doing the circle that we need your shoulder. There you go. So you can actually warm the shoulder up. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, that will do with that one. And then we're just going to do this all again. And next time we do them, we're going to do a backwards motion. Okay. So if you need to move the band so that it goes around the side of the rig, so you've got a bit more space to do those backwards ones, we can do that. So again, we're just going to go back to the marching on the spot again for another minute. Let's get timer on to make sure we're timing. Yep. Yep, nice high knees. Perfect. You're starting to feel a little bit warmer, a bit more mobile.
Yep, but
Yeah.
the temperature's fairly low anyway.
Okay, nice and warm today. We're nearly done, just 20 more seconds there. And then we'll move on to those banded pull aparts. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we can move on to those banded pull aparts. So if you want to take the band off the rig again. During the workout, you will just be leaving that on the rig, so you won't need to keep taking it off. And remember these ones, it's just, yeah, pulling it apart for me. Perfect. Just slowly, no rush with these ones. You just want to make sure you're opening up the shoulders, warming them up. They should feel slightly burning by the time you've finished all of these, but not in pain. Well done. Nearly finished on those ones. 10 more seconds there. Awesome. That is you done with them. And then we've got those last banded shoulder rolls. If you want, how are you kneeling on your knees, John?
I'm fine. Fine.
Because you can, because you've got the mat there, if you, for a bit more room, if you wanted to kneel on one knee, and then you can do them backwards and forwards if that's more comfortable. Obviously, you will just have to lower the band down the rig if you want to go onto one knee instead.
That's fine.
Yeah, making sure your body's flat, so you're quite, yep, and maybe stand a little bit further back just because that tension in the band will be a bit too hard otherwise. Yeah, and going backwards this time. Perfect. Just slow reps, just slowly. Yeah, that's perfect. That's it. We'll do 5 more on that arm and then swap arms. Perfect. Do you want to swap arms now? Yeah, backwards. That's it. Perfect. Are you a little bit tighter in that shoulder there, John?
Must be.
Yeah. That's right. This will help loosen it off a little bit. If it does start hurting at any time, just make sure you stop. Just do 3 more there. Perfect. Well done. Okay, so do you feel quite limber, flexible, ready to go? Heart rate's up a tiny bit? Yeah, awesome. So the first one that we're going to do is called a squat to row. So you are going to have your band and you're going to face the rig. So you're going to be, your band's, oh, keeps going off the screen. Your band's going to be facing. Yeah, that's correct. You're going to be holding it with 2 hands, about shoulder width apart. You're going to squat down. If you want to follow along my instruction, that's it, squat down, and then pull the band towards you. Yeah, perfect. So I'd like you to do 12 reps of them, okay? So that's 2. Really good form with your squats there, nice and deep. 3. If it is too challenging, you can step forward. You can always up the intensity as you're going through the 3 rounds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one. 12. Perfect. Really good reps there, John. Well done. We're now going to do something called a single leg balance with a hand chest press. So you are going to get inside of your band as such. Yeah, that's right. And then it doesn't matter which leg you start on. You're probably going to have to be quite close to the rig to this one. So just make sure there's nothing going to bump your head. And what you're going to do is, which leg would you like to start with, left or right?
Left.
Left. So stand on your left leg. Other one at a 90-degree angle. Yeah, and then you're just going to push the band forward. Perfect. And I want you to do that for 10 reps and then each leg. So you'll do 10 reps on your left leg and then 10 reps on your right leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Off you go. Let me see. 1, 2, Great. If you want to just move your hands slightly further apart, and if it's too difficult, then we can just go a bit closer to the rig. Yeah, make sure those hips are forward so you've got that balance. 2 more, 9, 10. Yeah, have a little second and change legs. Perfect, whenever you're ready. You will find you are stable on one leg with it. If you do need to just balance and touch your toes slightly on the floor, that's absolutely fine. We can work up to this one. Because you are leaning quite far back, so try and embrace that core, okay? Yeah, maybe just put those toes just slightly on the floor. Yeah, just so that you can get that core brace. So just keep your toes on the floor. Don't keep raising them. Just keep it on the floor. Yeah, and just do 2 more like that. Awesome. And then we can just work up to that leg. All done there. Are you ready for some little squats and lateral band walks?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to just pick a light band today? So just one of the smaller bands I can see down there.
Sure.
Perfect. And then can you just put it above your knees? No, this is the trickiest bit. Yeah, well done. Now I'm going to show you from a side the position that I want you to get in, just so we're really activating those glutes. So you stood up and then put your hands on your hips for me. And I want you to just hinge from the hips. So just that's it. And then keeping your legs the same distance apart, just shuffle either to the left or the right. And we're going to do that for 20 seconds. So about 10 steps each side, and we'll do that twice. That's really good. Keeping that tension on there. Perfect.
For about 5 or 6, it's not your flow for 10.
Yeah, we're just going to do it for about 20 seconds. So that's it. Just little steps. Should be able to feel that burn. Awesome. How are they feeling?
Fine.
Good. Last 2. Awesome. That will do you. Well done, Simon. John. Now we'll move on to the standing band Pallof press. So it sounds very complicated, but it's definitely not. If you want to take your band off your legs, that's all you'll need that one for. So we'll go back to your resistance band on the squat rack. Just put that somewhere safe because we'll need it for another 2 rounds. Perfect. So you've got your resistance band on the squat rack. And I want you to stay exactly where you are now, actually, is perfect. So this is my squat rack. You're going to be holding the resistance band with a clenched fist. So get it to a good distance where you've got a bit of resistance on the band, but it's not too. You're going to hold your hands against your chest. So start against your chest. So your hands, nice to meet me in, and then you're literally just going to push out, keeping that tension on the band, okay? That's it, really well done. And we're going to do that for 10 to 12 each side, depending on how you're feeling. So yeah, nice tension and just slowly going out. Perfect. How's that feeling?
Okay.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then just we can always up it for next round. So then if you just spin around, perfect. And again, clench fist, starting at your chest and pushing forward, keeping that resistance nice and tight. Make sure you're embracing that core as well. So think really squeezing it while you're doing this. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect, you can put that one down now. So our final movement is a single leg glute bridge. So I just want you to get you to lie down on the mat for me. And I will show you. So obviously in a normal glute bridge, we just raise the hips. We have both legs flat. For a single leg, I want you to put one leg in the air, really squeeze your bum and push that leg to the sky. Perfect. We're going to do that 12 each leg. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. How are they feeling? Are they quite a struggle?
Oh, effort, but it's not too bad.
Okay, let's see the other leg. If you need to put your legs further out a little bit to make it slightly easier, that's fine. And if we do just need to go down to a normal glute bridge, if it's too challenging, that's not a problem. Make sure you're coming all the way back down to the floor with your bum. Yeah. Last one. Awesome. Great work. Well done, John. So that is everything we're going to do in the workout. And we're just going to do that for another 2 rounds. Are you feeling okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Right. So we're going to go back to the beginning again with that squat to the row combo. So do you remember how we were squatting down and then pulling the band towards us? Nice tension on the band. Make sure you get nice and deep in that squat if you have that ability, and hands shoulder width apart. Yeah, so squatting down and then pulling the band towards you. So if you do need to relax that tension a bit more, just step in further. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and keep your head up when you're doing it because you're looking down. So keep your chest up. That's it. Yeah, there you go. It takes a little bit of a coordination, these last 2. Awesome, last one. Perfect. Now, do you want to get inside of the resistance band to do the single leg and then the push? Remember, shoulder width apart. Make those arms shoulder width apart. Perfect. You're leaning quite far forward, so let's make sure you're tucking your pelvis in, like tucking your. I'll try and show you. Tuck in, and then do the press. It might just be your camera angle there. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Nice tight core. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I know this other side, we needed a little bit of support with that foot. If we need to do that again, that's fine. So you can just balance just on your tiptoes because then you are still getting a bit more of that stability, and embrace your core the whole time. So I think squeezing into that tummy button. And you need to move your hands a bit wider so they are shoulder width apart. Yeah, just keep your foot on the floor, I think, for this first round. And then when we get used to the exercise, you'll get a bit more stability. Because you're like leaning back quite a little bit there, I think. Perfect. 2 more. Awesome. Well done. And we're going to go to the lateral band now. So if you want to get out of the resistance band. Yep, lateral band, remember, just around the top of the knees. No, not that band, the little one. Yeah. Perfect. So we'll get you set up again. So remembering to hands on hips, Oh, I'll wait for you ready, sorry. Yeah, so hands on your hips. And then we're gonna just, sorry, stand up nice and straight for me. And then we're just gonna tilt the hips forward. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then into that squat and off you go with the walk. Perfect. Remembering keeping that tension the whole time. I'm going to do this for about 20 seconds. And just nice, slow, controlled movements with this one. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Great work there, John. All done. Fabulous. Just 2 more, and then that'll be 2 rounds completed. So next we're going to do the pull-off press. Do you need a drink or anything? Can I have a moment?
Thank you.
No? So this is where, yeah, you stood in the perfect position. So you're going to get your band with your interlocking fingers against your chest and then pushing that band forward. Yeah, making sure there's some tension on that band. Yep, against your chest to begin with, and then pushing forward. Yeah, perfect. 1, 2. We're going to do this about 12 each side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Now swap insides for me. That's it. Turning around. Make sure that tension's good. And you're in line with the resistance band. Doing really well. How are those feeling?
Fine.
Yeah, good. Awesome. All done there. Perfect. Now we're just going back to those single leg glute bridges. Do you want to just do normal glute bridges this round and we'll progress to single leg for the final round again?
I'll stick with a single.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, make sure your back's nice and flat against the floor the whole time, and obviously just raising that butt to give it a good squeeze when you're at the top. Perfect. 1, 2, nice and controlled movements. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. We'll swap legs. 1, 2. Make sure you're squeezing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Now we're going back to the beginning again. So back to those banded squat to rows. Remember, we're holding the band at attention, shoulder width apart, squatting down, and then pulling the band as we stand up. Perfect. 1. That's better with squat depth. 2. Doing 12 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one, 12. How they're not making you feel dizzy at all going up and down, are they, with the tension? No? Okay, good. So now we're going to get inside the band to do the single leg and the band press. So remember, shoulder width apart again with the band, pushing it forward and then raising that leg. If you want for this round, you can just leave both legs on the floor and just use this as a press just to really engage that core. And then when we're getting there, you can start putting your toes on the floor and then the leg in the air.
Try with that.
They're looking really strong on that one. Well done. Okay. So just 10 of these. Last one, and then we're just going to swap legs. Have a little breath. Engage your core, shoulders width apart with the band. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're really improving on those ones. Just make sure when you're doing them that you're not desperate to have that leg in the air. It's better to just use your toes and engage that core and use the strength of your arms for the push rather than lopsiding and using other parts of your body to push it, okay? So yeah, lateral band walks now. So we'll get that little band. Last round, doing a great job, John. We've only got 2 exercises after this, and we'll go on to a little balance finisher before we have some stretching and cool down. Awesome. So again, hands on hips, standing nice and straight. Yeah, it's hinging at the hip, and off you go. We'll do 20 seconds all total. Good work. Make sure you're keeping that tension. If you could just move slightly forward. So you're just going out with the camera there. There you are. Just those little steps. Yeah, well done. Perfect. 2 more seconds. All done. Well done. Great job. Now we are going to the pull-off press.
What was that?
So that's the one where you're standing sideways to the rig. You've got your hands hands clenched, sorry, to your chest. Yeah. And keeping the tension on that band, pushing forward. Yeah, 10 each side. So nice and slowly, make sure you've got that resistance. So if it is feeling too easy, you can take a slight more step outwards away from the rig. Yeah. If you need to go further, closer again, that's not a problem. 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then turning around and doing exactly the same thing on the other side. Making sure you're embracing that core and tucking those hips in. Two more. Perfect, well done. And then laying back down, ready to do that single leg glute bridge. That's it, nice flight back, relaxing your head and squeezing that glute as you go up each time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10, swapping over. And if you're feeling like these are getting too easy throughout the weeks, what you can do is a slight pause at the top of each rep and really squeeze and then lower slowly and carry on like that just to challenge yourself a bit more. Today we'll just do them at normal pace, so just squeezing at the top and straight back down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Awesome work, John. That's the main bulk of the workout done today. We are going to go on to a balance finisher, so it won't feel too much, but it is going to help with things like that single leg balance, hopefully on both legs. So what I want you to do, I'll just get my camera positioned correctly so you can see my feet. Can you see my feet there, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally just want you in a straight line to put one foot in front of the other and balance like that. Head nice and straight, nice straight body posture for about 30 seconds. Can you just move backwards onto your mat just so I can watch your feet so I can make sure you're in the right position? Perfect. So directly behind and in front. Yeah, looking forward. It is tricky. It looks so simple, but it is a tricky one. And this will improve over the weeks. Hopefully you'll see the difference. So just 30 seconds there. So 20 seconds left to go. And because we're doing 2 rounds of this, whichever one is your lead foot this time, we'll obviously we'll swap over and do the other one as your lead foot next time. Perfect, 10 more seconds. And that is you all done. So now we're going to do it with one leg. So you're just going to literally you're going to have your tippy toes. So if you can see my feet well, you're just going to stand tippy toes and just do one leg that you're balancing on. Again, nice strong core. That's it. Right behind though, if you can. And if you are feeling confident enough to raise it slightly into the air, so you've got your knee in the air balancing, that would be perfect.
Question, you want my foot behind my other foot?
You can either on your tiptoes. If it's too much to do single leg, we can just do slight tiptoes directly behind, or you can just raise it in front of you if that's better for your balancing. Yeah, looking straight forward. Perfect. You'll really see this progression over the course, so don't worry, today's just the very first session. It's a great starting point to know exactly where you're at, and you'll be able to see that progression that you've made. 10 more seconds. If you need to put your foot down at any point, please do. Don't be falling over today. I know your legs will be a little bit fatigued already. Awesome. And now we can swap to the other foot. So exactly the same, but balancing on the other foot. That's it. Try and squeeze that core as well. So think tucking in the hips and squeezing that core. Well done. Also remembering to breathe. Don't hold it all in there. 15 seconds. Last 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to do that one more time, okay? So the first one again, one foot in front of the other, balancing for 30 seconds. Just when you're ready, you can have a rest.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, ready? And that's the other way around this time, isn't it? Yeah. And can you feel which side of you has got that more balance and has more strength?
Yes.
Perfect. Doing a great job there. And 10 more seconds. And you are all done. Well done. So single legs again, so you can choose which one you want to balance on first. Awesome. Make sure you're not leaning to one side too much. Make sure you've got your torsos nice and straight, head up looking forward. If you pick a point on the wall, that does tend to help as well. Yeah, great work. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and swapping over to your other foot. Well done. Well done, remembering to breathe. I can see you holding it in there. Perfect. Just 10 more seconds, almost there. If you need to put your foot down for a bit of balance, that's okay. We can build up to the full 30 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So that's the little balance finisher that I want you to do. I know it doesn't seem much when you see it wrote down, but obviously you can see the imbalances that you have. So it'd be really good to get that, so just a bit more stability for you as well. And it will help with that single leg press too. So the final thing we're going to do is just some slow walking or marching for 2 minutes. So you can, just because you're in front of the camera today, if you wanted to just march on the spot for 2 minutes, or if you would like to walk around the garage or your exercise space, that is absolutely fine. So, yes, marching 2 minutes, perfect. I'll put a little timer on for you. And then we're just going to do 2 rounds of some stretching and you'll be all finished for the day, okay? While you're marching, if you feel comfortable, we can discuss a little bit about the program if you wanted, or would you like to wait till the end?
No, it's fine.
You're good to go now? Okay. Was there any questions about any of the exercises, or is there any adjustments that you wanted to make just from that initial?
No, the same good.
No, you're liking them. Seems like they're going to be challenging enough to get you through a couple of weeks before needing any adjustments.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, perfect. Obviously, if at any point you get any pain, dizziness, or the exercises are too challenging, please just let me know and we can swap some different ones in. And again, on the other hand, if they are starting to feel too easy, like you're just smashing through them, your balance is great, please let me know, because then we can update the program as well. Because although it's a 6-week review, if it's too easy after 4 weeks, we can up it sooner. And if we need to extend it further, that is not a problem. Okay. Did you understand how I explained to do all the exercises? Do you think you'll need to remember, or do you want me to give you an email with some notes against them? Yeah, awesome. Okay. Well, if you do, I can always send you little videos as well, just demonstrating them. So if you do forget, please just let me know. Get in there with these marching. We have about 45 seconds left. Sorry, 25 seconds left. Perfect. Awesome. And now we're just going to do some calf stretches. So, if you've got a spare piece of wall close by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, perfect. If you want to just walk up to the wall, and then with your feet, sorry, you probably should look at me first. With your feet, I just want you to, at an angle, push your foot into it, just so it's doing you a nice little calf stretch. Can you see that there?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pushing it in. And we're just going to hold that on each leg for about 30 seconds each leg, okay? If you need to ease off or push further, that's perfect. Great positioning. So you can push further into that if you want a bit more of a stretch, or back off, or you keep rocking back and forward just to get that calf a little good stretch out. That's it. And now we'll just swap for the other leg, please. Awesome. Is that feeling good?
Yes.
Good. Okay, you are all done with your calf stretching there. And then we'll just move on to a chest stretch. So I want you, I'll just put this in a position so you can see me correctly. So I want you to be on your knees at a right angle, arms forward, and just really try and push your chest into the floor.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, do you want me back onto this?
Yeah, I would do it on your mat. That would be great.
See the mat all right?
Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, getting onto your knees to start with. That's it. Stretching your arms out as far as they will go forward, and then trying to get that chest down to the floor. Yeah, so sitting back into your hips if you can a little bit, just a little bit. There you are. And you can always put your arms to one side, like move them both to the left or both to the right, just to open up those shoulders a little bit more as well in your chest. Oh, sorry, both to the same side. So
Okay.
both arms go to the, yeah, that's it. Sit a little bit back into your heels. So moving that, moving your glutes back towards your heels slightly. How's that feeling?
Okay.
Looking a little bit tight there, so that's good. We'll keep doing this stretch to get you more flexible. Great, just 10 more seconds there. Perfect. Yeah, that's time up. But if you want to spend longer there, if it's feeling good, you are more than welcome to. Next one, we will use the mat again for. So this is going to be our hip flexor stretch. So what I want you to do is I need you to go into a lunge position with your arms raised. And with the leg that's on the floor, you need to push that hip forward, okay? So it should look a bit like this, pushing it forward, pushing your arms back above your head. And then we'll do it for both legs. So I want you to do 30 seconds each leg, okay? Yep, perfect. So yeah, just make sure whichever leg is on the floor, that hip, you're pushing it forward actively. And if you can get your arms any further over your head and push them back, yeah, you'll probably feel that a bit further as well. Awesome. Great work. 5 more seconds. And then we're just going to swap to the other leg. That's it. Yeah, perfect. Five more seconds. And then we're just going to go back to those calf stretches again. This is your last round, then you're all done for the day. I can't see you doing these calf stretches. That's not a problem, but just if you do need any support with them, let me know.
I'll do it.
So that's 30 seconds each leg. So you've got 10 more seconds remaining on that first one, and then we'll swap over to the second one, okay?
Okay.
So it should be swapping over about now. Ten more seconds. Well done. That's all done for your calf stretches there. Now we'll go back to that chest stretch. Do you remember how to? No, that's fine. No, I can show you. That's perfect. So I'm going to make sure you're comfortable with these movements.
Oh, that
So-
one, right. That's it.
And if you want this time, if you can just watch, you can sit back into your hips a bit more.
Okay.
So then it's a little bit more of a hip stretch as well. But you can sit back a bit more if your shoulders are feeling too tight. Just don't force them. Should be just stretching them out. That looks much better. And then like before, you can move both the arms to the left or the right if that feels comfortable. Well done. Just 10 more seconds there. And you're all done. So last one is just that hip flexor. So when we go into that lunge position, with our arms above our head, interlocked and over. Yep, that's the one, pushing that other hip forward that's on the floor. Also, I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds, 25 to go. Four, three, two, one, and just swap into the other leg for me. Pushing that forward. Can you feel that stretch there?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. 10 more seconds. Well done. You're all done there. Great work. How are you feeling after that?
A little bit tired, but good.
Yeah, good. Feeling like it was challenging enough and enjoyed the session? Yeah,
Yes.
great. Good. Any feedback or anything at the moment? Or are you happy to keep going?
I'm very happy with that. Thanks.
Awesome. Great. Well, obviously we'll do this every week, so we'll be able to see how you're improving over every week, and I can make slight adjustments if we need to, depending how you're feeling on the day. You might be a bit fatigued from other workouts in the week, so we can always adjust as we go ahead. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I will see you next week, but if you need any help with any movements in the meantime, please just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.